Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to show you how you can automatically generate newsletters using AI agents. We're going to use Google's Agent Development Kit to build our agents that will research your customers, curate the news they're interested in, and write emails they want to open. So here's the plan. First, we're going to set up Google's ADK on our computer. Then we're going to go over the 5 steps to build 16 specialized agents who will help us curate our next newsletter. Finally, I'm going to share all the source code for free so that you'll be able to create your own newsletter right away. And if you're new to AI agents, don't worry, I'm going to show you everything step by step. All right, so enough talking, let's dive in. All right, so the first step, we need to install everything on our computer so that we can run our agents. So step 1, we're just going to install Google's Agent Development Kit. And then second, we're going to create all the necessary folders in Cursor so that we can run those agents successfully. So to get started, we're just going to follow the quick start guide provided by Google. So we are going to create our virtual environment. We're going to install Google's ADK, and we're going to create those folders. All right, so now we are in Cursor. So there are 3 commands that you need to run. The first one is to create the virtual environment. Then you're going to have to activate it. And then finally, you're going to have to install Google's ADK. This has already been done on my computer, but you would just have to run these commands. Then you need to respect this folder structure to run your agents properly. So as you can see here, I'm in my ADK starter kit. I have my traffic concierge, which is from last week's tutorial. And then I have this newsletter folder in which we're going to be building our agents. What's important for you to remember is that you need to keep an init.py, which is going to indicate that this needs to be handled like a package. You're going to have your env file where you're going to store all your different API keys. And then you're going to have your agent.py, which is where you're going to have the root agent. This is the main agent with which your users will be interacting. Perfect. So now that Google's ADK has been set up on our computer, we can move on to actually building all these different agents. All right, so there are 5 steps to building our teams of agents. First one, we're going to build an agent who's going to fetch the news. Then we're going to have an agent who's going to be able to draw a profile about our audience, understanding their desires and challenges. This is going to help us create a marketing agent who's going to map out the news and see how they are relevant to our audience. Then we're going to create a set of agents who will actually create the newsletter. So the intro, the conclusion with the body in the middle, with the deep dives about the piece of news that we're interested in. And then step 4, we're going to be passing all the context and the output from the different agents so that they can actually communicate together properly. And finally, step 5, I'm going to give you a demo showing you exactly how you can interact with that root agent that I mentioned. And along the way, I'm going to give you some best practices on prompting and orchestration of agents. All right, so let's dive back into the code. All right, so here's the part about the search agent. So the way it works is we're going to have a first agent who's going to define the 3 main topics that we want to investigate. And then for each 3 topic, it's going to actually do a deep dive. And we're going to use a loop agent to go through each of the 3 topics. And then finally, it's going to generate a deep dive about 3 different topics that we're then going to be able to reuse. So if we hop over to the code now, the way this works is we have this initial research topics. So here, as you can see in the instruction, we're saying generate 3 distinct topics for the initial research. We're giving it a tool called Google Search. Google Search is just a pre-built tool from Google's ADK. It's just going to perform some Google searches. And then once we have the topics and the initial scope, so here we're setting up the initial research about a given topic. Then we're going to have a follow-up agent who's going to refine the research about the specific industry. And then we're going to have the loop agent who's going to essentially do a preliminary analysis and then refine the research for 3 different topics. And finally, we're going to generate the entire research about our given topic by defining, okay, we want to look at 3 topics, and we want to deep dive into each of these 3 topics. So this is basically how the research agent works. Now I'm going to show you how we can tie this back to the user research who's going to actually investigate and find out more about our audience. Okay, great. So now we're going to create the agent who's going to draw a profile about our audience. So the way it works, it's fairly straightforward. We have this user research agent to whom we're passing this prompt. So if I go over to the prompt file, we have this user agent instruction. So you're responsible for building up a profile. You need to look up for motivations, desires, and challenges. So the reason we're doing that is to ensure that we can tie back the news and see why this would matter to our audience. So whether we're talking about CMOs, CTOs, and so on. And I think what's important to show you here is that we are structuring the output. So we have this output schema with a type called profile. So this comes from this file called types in shared libraries. And then in this file, I'm basically creating this profile where we're adding a list of motivations, right? So we have a series of intrinsic motivations of the target audience, such as status, achievement, and so on, a set of desires, a set of challenges. And so what this means is that the agent is actually going to figure out whether your target audience is are CMOs or CTOs or just more niche roles, it's going to actually look up and try to understand what they are interested in. So it's going to return this structured output. And then finally, we're providing a set of instruction to this marketer agent. So the marketer agent here is using the root research agent to generate 3 deep dives, right? So conducting the market research. And then it's using the user research agent to build up a profile about the audience. And then it should mix and match to basically relate the news to the audience. So this is how it works. So yeah, that's basically this first part of the agent, which is the end of step 2. Now we have a set of agents who can both search for news and then curate them based on what people are interested in. All right, so now we are at step 3, where we are actually going to be reusing the curated content and generate the newsletter. So as you can see here, we're going to get 3 reviews will form the body, and then based on the body, it's going to generate the intro and the conclusion, right? And so for that, I'm going to hop over to the code. So what's important here is that I'm organizing folders for each different types of agents. So now we're going to go over to the content creation agent, who's the one orchestrating all of that. So the way it works is we have an intro agent who's going to generate an output schema with the intro. We're going to get a review agent who's going to generate a review. The body agent is going to create the body. And finally, we're going to have the conclusion agent. But the way this works is that it works sequentially. So it's going to work in this order. So the sub agents will go from left to right or top to bottom, depending on how you look at this. So it's going to first generate a review. The 3 reviews together will form the body. Then with the body, we can actually create the intro. And then finally, once we have everything, we can create the conclusion. So here is just like a simpler way to like look at how we're structuring all the output. So we have the intro with content, review, then the body is just a set of reviews. And finally, the newsletter contains the intro, the body, the conclusion. So this is just to make sure that the content gets generated in a consistent manner. And so we basically have this writer agent who's going to use the newsletter agent, which is the sequential process that we just looked at, and it's going to generate the actual newsletter. As you can see here, consolidate the newsletter based on the info provided by the sub agents. And then here we have all the different prompts. So this is basically how the newsletter will get created. Okay, so now we're done with step 3, which was to create a team to generate the newsletter. Now we're going to go over to step 4, which is where I'm going to show you how you can orchestrate everything and make sure that every agent has the right context to actually operate and successfully. Perfect. So now we are at step 4, where we're going to actually orchestrate the different agents together, provide them the right context. So here we have the consolidator agent who's going to decide whether we should do some market research or if we should instead generate the newsletter. As you can imagine, the order is important. So in our case, we want first to do the research, then populate the newsletter. So we're going to have to define that. And then the second thing is we actually need to provide a context from this marketeer to this content creator so that the content doesn't get left out and lost along the way. Perfect. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to go over to the consolidate agent, again, a folder in the sub agents folder. And then in this agent, we have something which is a bit simpler. We're going to have the marketer agent who's going to be called depending on the scenario, or the router agent. The reason we're doing this is to basically say the consolidate agent to actually use the marketer agent tool if he needs to do some research, or use the writer agent tool to generate the newsletter. Here, as you can see, we're defining it's critical that you first call the marketer agent to figure out what happened in the industry. In other words, do the research to then write the newsletter. So this is fairly important. So that's the first part around orchestration. Now, how can we make sure that the content is actually being passed around to the right people? For this, we're going to use something called output key. So if we go back to the marketer agent, you can see that here we define this thing called output key, which is that we're defining as marketer output. What this means is that everything that gets generated by this marketer agent, so in this case, all the market research that we looked at earlier, this is going to be accessible by other agents in that specific session. So now if we go back to the content creation agent and in the prompts, you can see that we're using the marketer output. So this is actually the context that has been generated. And this is going to help us create the review. And then in the body agent instrument, we're going to actually reuse that review. So as you can see here, the review is also creating this output key called review. So we're making sure that the body agent, as it's creating consolidated version of those 3 reviews, it's going to be able to access everything from this review agent. This is basically how you pass around information across agents using those output keys that you can just save later on as well. So now we're done with step 4, which was to actually create this consolidator agent. to go over and pick the right agent depending on the need. And then we also looked at how to pass the output around to every agent. So now we're going to go over to the demo and run it to show you exactly how it works and how you can actually use it as well. Perfect. So now we have created all of the agents that will help us create the newsletter. Finally, we need to create our last root agent who's going to be interacting with the user. And the way this works is if we go back to the root folder, so again, in newsletter, we have the agent file. Here we need to define it as root agent and call it root agent. Otherwise it's going to break. So that's important. And then as the sub agent, we're going to give it the consolidate agent who's going to maneuver and orchestrate all of the different actions with a simple instruction set. Perfect. So now everything is set up. We can test it out. So now we can go over to the dev UI newsletter. So let's create a newsletter on the impact US tariffs on private wealth managers and working in banks. Perfect. So assuming this is your target audience, now it's going to run. Okay, so on the impact of US tariffs. So first it's going to call the marketer agent, right? Here it's actually going to do some more research about those tariffs. So as you can see here, those are like basically the results being returned. So it's talking about the 2025 tariffs, actually doing some more deep dives about 3 different subtopics around tariffs. Perfect. So now we have information about the wealth managers. So as you can see here, the profile, we have the motivation. So achieving high sales targets, desires to earn high income, very straightforward challenges. Then we get the marketer output, which is a combination of the trade tensions and what this means to private wealth bankers. So to meet client expectations, so it's generating that content. And then finally, as you can see here, it generated the actual newsletter. So dear clients, evolving landscape, impact of tariffs, as your wealth manager. And as you can see here, it's actually generating a whole newsletter for risk managers explaining why they're taking certain actions to help their clients maneuver the tariff. Congrats, you just learned how to create newsletters using AI agents. In this video, we learned how you can actually fetch the news and curate them to your audience preferences, but then also use that content to create a newsletter that is compelling. We also learned the best practices to actually orchestrate the different agents to communicate with one another. And this is going to be super helpful if you want to build more complex AI systems. And like I said earlier, all of the code is available for free in the description below. If you do need help to implement this AI agent, you can also book a free strategy session with me below. If you want to get more AI content like this, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next week for more AI content. Ciao.